Good afternoon, everyone. We'll start with the webinar. I hope I'm clearly audible to you. So today, what we will learn, what we'll start and understand is some of the stocks which we can track or which can start investing or you know tracking for trading purpose. So we'll have a question and answer session at the end of this webinar. You can feel free to ask the questions. So, at Deven Choksey FinServ, what research we offer is we have fundamental research, we have technical research, derivatives research, and quantitative research. Now, we also will discuss about the products which we have at the end of this webinar as well. All the products are they do take research from the all four pillars of this research, and whatever the outcome or analysis comes out of this is included into the products to come out of the best recommendation based or best seen a best view on the markets and the stocks. So we have certain research principles which we have already kept in place to understand how the trading can be done or how to look at the markets or how to take position. So before doing all those things, analyze first always and then trade. That once you have done the complete research, once you have analyzed the all the aspects whichever you want to take into consideration. Even some of the investors they may look at only fundamentals. Some of the investors or traders they look at techno funda. Some of them are interested only in derivatives. So whichever research you bank on, you first analyze it. Uh, Note down your important aspects, note down your levels, target, stop loss, and then you enter into the position. Now, once you enter the positions, then you have to respect the research or whatever the outcome you have, the targets you have, the stop losses you have. Obviously, there the dynamics of the market keeps you interested, and you have to continuously watch the positions and the markets for any adverse effects on your position. But the research should be the backbone of your any position. Second comes the emotions. Now these emotions play parts important part in your taking the trade or doing the research analysis, the confidence levels. So even if you are wrong on the first trade or even you are wrong on the first 10 trades, do not allow these emotions or the biases to hamper your decisions. Because if the procedure or the process of the research is okay and you are going on the right track, you will understand and you will find a right trade which will be profitable eventually. That one of the things is always good to look back where you went wrong. If you are following certain principles, if you're following certain rules, it's always good to go back and check where you went wrong. So but the biases or the emotions, the fear, greed, these should not hamper your decisions. The third one is most important, which is the trend. So trend is your friend. That is, never go against the trend. So trends, uptrend, downtrend, and the sideways trend. These three trends will always follow each other, or they may be present depending on the time frames you are looking at the chart. So these trends should be respected, and the positions whichever you are taking should not go against the particular trend. Obviously, there are traders who are trading against the trade, taking certain risk into the considerations, but those risks are well calculated and they always have rules and regulations placed. in case the market or the trades go against them. But majority for the investors and the traders, the trend is always the first to understand and to follow. Don't lose. That is one of the principal risk management principles which we follow. Uh, you always have to understand that the positions which you are taking, uh, depending on your situations, should not be well too concentrated on particular stock or particular sector, or in particular direction. So sometimes whenever there are psychological levels or important resistance levels, you always can look for hedging part, or you can always reduce the weightage of your positions. So these are the principles which you need to follow. And the last is manage your money. Obviously, the diversification plays into this part. You have to continuously watch that though single sector is too heavily concentrated. Again, while managing your money, you need to take care of the investments into the other market. Like if you are concentrated on only an equity, you need to look for the diversification into commodity sector, currency sector as well. So managing your money is also important. Now what we'll do is we'll start with some of the stocks which we have analyzed and which looks, or maybe they have certain possible investment scenarios for a positional traders or positional investors. So first is PNB Housing. Now, as you can see on this chart, the pattern is Adam and Eve pattern. So after the sharp recovery, after the sharp V-shaped recovery, there is a distribution and the consolidation pattern on the right hand side. So that Eve pattern, which has formed with this steady growth in the volume as well, that has given a breakout above the neckline of the pattern. And now post the breakout, this has again closed above it and retested the breakout level as well. Now, once it has retested, it is still hovering around this breakout level. But looking at overall scenario, overall situation, the stock is expected to reach approximate target of 1391. The stop loss can be kept near to the recent low. Now, this low is one of the low wherein the volume was very less. So, the keeping the stop loss near to the breakout level also can reduce the risk. So, otherwise, the technically or traditional stop loss comes to the patterns low, but that is when you are entering into this position, you have to understand that position sizing is important. So what we can do is you can enter the position with 40% of investments which you can allocate to PNB Housing and initiate with the recent swing low. And once the levels of 873, these levels are crossed, then you can again increase the position to 80% and again go to 100%. The risk amount 100% is the amount which can be allocated to PNB Housing out of your whole portfolio. So if you have portfolio of 10 stocks and if you want to equally divide into all the stocks, then PNB Housing gets 10% of your whole portfolio, right? So this is the position sizing. Again, the money management principles come into this. So this is the one of the stock which you can look for. Now, when we are discussing about the sideways trend, City Union Bank is trading in the sideways pattern. Now, this pattern has been trading since 2021. Now, when this, as you can see, whenever from the lower boundaries, the stock is trying to make to reach to the higher level, that is 160, 188 level. Now, post this breakout, now as you can see, the volumes are consistently rising even in this consolidation pattern. This volumes profile and also the recent move from the lower band, what we can expect is to stock at least reach upper band of this rectangle pattern, and if it breaks out above that, one can increase the position size and can expect the upper level, higher level of targets of 292. Approximate holding period can be 4 to 5 months for this stock. Now, again, the thorough analysis over here for the Amber Enterprise, what we have done here. Uh, in Amber Enterprise, what you can see is the earlier up move from the 2019 till 2022, mid 2022. Post that, it has formed a pattern which has been a sort of profit booking, which included certain volumes, selling volume at initial period. Then it has recovered again and made a new high. But during this pattern, the stock is trading into inverse head and shoulder pattern. Now, in this inverse head and shoulder pattern, the pattern is not yet complete, but the stock is which is moving towards higher range can be tracked. Now, confirmation here, why the stock why I have included here is the part which is called confirmation. Now, entering into any position unless there is a confirmation can be also a risky. So if you done the analysis of Umber Enterprise, and if you feel that the stock will reach to the breakout neckline level and then it will move to the target, initially the position sizing what you need to take depends on the exposure of the Umber Enterprise, and then you have to increase the position once the confirmation is done. The confirmation is when the stock will close above the neckline on this weekly chart or monthly chart. Now here, earlier also what you have seen, the Elliott wave in Amber Enterprises has been completed. Post that, correction wave was also done. Now there, post that, again when it has moved up, the current leg can also be treated as the wave 2, which is normal, a small correction wave. So Elliott wave also can be present. So Elliott wave theory suggests that unless there are major breakdown in any rules, this theory can be this theory can be used, and you can depend on that theory. So even if you consider the swing low of Amber Enterprise near to this double bottom in recent scenario, uh, you can expect once the stock has closed above 4,625, you can expect the stock to move up till the targets as mentioned, 6,885. This is a positional targets. Again, we hold for a long-term view on this stock. You can see the Coforge chart here. This is a short-term pattern on a daily chart. Again, it is the same as an inverse head and shoulder. Now, in this inverse head and shoulder, when you can see on the left hand shoulder, there was a down gap which was created with heavy volumes. But in very short term, this gap was filled and stock has moved above. When this stock has moved above, it has again touched the neckline with the help of short term reversal, which is you can see on the right shoulder. So this stock, it has broken out of the neckline and pattern is confirmed, pattern is complete. One can keep a stop loss near 4,850 on closing basis and enter into the position with the expected target till 6,353. And what we can expect is holding period up to 1 and 2 month in this. Now, holding period also plays important part because when you project the next target uh, to the completion, post the pattern or post any breakout, these holding periods also are one of the important aspect of your research outcome, because when you expect stock to perform in that particular holding period time, um, you can allocate your funds as per that. If the stock doesn't perform in that holding period, you can definitely think of reducing the exposure, because if the stock has not performed in that, there are chances that the stock may not perform. So the probability is also associated with it. So you can reduce if the stock is not performing in that. Unless some of the traders who completely reduce your position if the stop loss is hit. Otherwise, you can hold the position with reduced weightage. Again, Imami, you can see this on monthly chart. This is a positional chart. pattern has been formed since 2015. This is a complex head and shoulder. So you can see two shoulders on the left, two shoulders on the right hand side. And now stock has broken out of this. It has closed above in last month and successfully trading in this month. So during the breakout also you can see the volumes which were on very higher side, at least in last 2 to 3 years of time span. And now the follow-up volume is also getting higher. So what we can expect is the target at least 1100 on this stock. And again, the holding period can be at least minimum 6 months for this. This is one of the stock DCX system wherein the head and shoulder pattern is failed. So the head and shoulder you can see, I'll just mark on it. I have marked it on the chart. So left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. Once the pattern was complete, the stock has moved above the right shoulder and the trend line. So this now becomes the symmetric triangle, and the stock has closed above it, and it is trading since last 2 weeks above it. So this now, once you project the target based on the symmetric triangle, the immediate or the pattern target comes to 424. You can see the volumes are also higher on this part. So we expect the stock to at least reach 424 before we come up with further revision in the targets. Uh, Again, we can see this Ramco cement short-term pattern, the flag and pole pattern. In this, the you can see the recent low, recent bottom. You can see the stock is reversed with there the RSI divergence which was played over there. Again, the stock has made the candlestick pattern reversal, this piercing pattern. Post that, the rally was very sharp, and in this rally, you can see the rising volume. So the rally was supported with the volume. Now this flag, this was a pole of 4 sessions. Then comes the flag part. Now the flag part also suggests the consolidation. Now when the consolidation happens, the volume reduces. So same can be seen during the volume profile, which confirms that yes, this is a small time or consolidation or a pause in the rally. That is still certain people take confirmations based on the closing above the trend line. Some people they to take the crossovers also. So the rules are played, rules are mentioned, or rules are initially finalized, and then you get into the trading. Even if you consider the stock which has made an high above the flag patterns high, you can enter the position and keep a target of 1059 with the recent flags low at 830, which is a stop loss which can be placed. Traders or investors who are looking to have more confirmation on closing basis, they can enter once stock closes above 865. Again, you can see the volume also in today's session, which also supporting the breakout. So again, for this pattern, we can expect at least a month's time for the targets to arrive. Now, it is life science. This is also a positional chart. You can see monthly chart, which we have plotted as a line chart. In this, the low which was made in earlier 2020, where the divergence was seen, post that stock has recently broken out of the resistance zone, which was since 2018. And post that breakout, stock has again tested the breakout level. So this is a throwback, and throwback is a possibly a scenario where 60-70% of time throwbacks will occur. So this is again the time where the confirmation happens when investors can add positions to it. Post breakout, stock has successfully closed above the first projection level, and we still expect the stock has target till 1280 approximate. So all those stocks which we discussed, these are the recent recommendations or possible. You can again get it checked with the advisors as well. These analysis, these principles which we follow, these principles and everything are included into the research reports which we do send to our clients and the recommendations. So you can see as an invest at ease, wherein stocks with holding period above 3 months are included, and these are the reports of the invest at ease. These are sample reports which we have sent recently. And trade at ease, where we have swing trader and technofunda, these two products. In this, swing trader has holding period up to 1 month. Technofunda, it has a holding period up to 3 months. So these are the research reports of sample. One can get it once you have subscribed for the products as well. You can definitely get in touch with relationship managers and our dealers and our network partners to get all those recommendations on timely basis. These are the disclaimer. So I would like to stop here the webinar presentation. uh, Anyone have any questions, please do ask the questions. You can mention their questions also in the chat, or you can ask. So there's a question regarding the DCS on the volume. So I'll just again present the DCX slide. So this is a DCX chart which we have shown to you, and in this, during the breakout, you can see there was a volume rise which was near to the highest point, at least during the formation of the head and the right shoulder. And post that, the price is sustained at this particular level. The volume you can see on the negative side, but the follow-up volume is again getting into the green. So more confirmations will come as in stock progresses on the higher side. So there are a lot of people or traders who also wait for the confirmations based on other theories. So maybe the volume can flow in, but as of now, price and volume can suggest the breakout is complete. So there is a question regarding this, why these eight stocks are only picked as of now. Technicals can be done on many other large cap and mid cap with prominent names. Yes, obviously, technical analysis can be done on any stock, even at the data which can be like your daily expenditure. That also can be plotted on the chart, and that analysis also can be done on that. Why we have picked this eight stock? That as of now, these eight stocks are having particular eight stocks can be viewed or at least can be progressed based on the certain positional aspects. So as of now, we have started with these eight stocks. Definitely, there will be more stocks which will be coming. Second is we are always publishing the recommendations under our products. So these recommendations are also uh, there. So stocks are included in those daily products as well. Again, the one question is, most of the stocks are retracement of previous moves. Any stock ideas where we can play extension? So yes, we have tried to get into various stocks which can be played for extension. But these stocks which we have included are also having the steams in that, and these are the extensions. Some of the stocks are yet to confirm. Some of the stocks have confirmed, just recently confirmed. So yes, these stocks can also be played for extension. What we had see, this is a this webinar we have done is to understand the technical analysis. Some part to start with something on this. There will be more topics. There will be a lot more studies which we'll be discussing, and with respect to those studies, we will be taking the stocks, because if there are 50 odd studies in technical and derivatives analysis, we cannot include everything into one webinar. So today you can understand the theme was more of a positional long-term breakouts. Maybe next time we can definitely try and give you the stocks which may be the bottom fishing stocks. We may give you some of the stocks which will be the stocks which are making lifetime highs, or positional stocks which can show profit booking. So there will be a lot of themes with respect to certain studies into technical analysis, uh, and we'll give you all those. Okay, so one or two questions related to the stocks specific. I'll just reply to those. So there is a question related to Tattva Chintan. I'll just see, positionally, the Tattva Chintan has not yet reversed the major downtrend. So there was a very small intraday, or you can say short term, at least a week's period of bounce which were visible, and that is what we played in our one of the product weekly trader, and we have only initiated that buy call only for 1 week. So as of now, if you ask me about the positional, stock is still in the downtrend, clear downtrend, and there is though no such confirmation on the stock which is making bottom or something. So still, we are not recommending any buys on this stock as of now, technically. Jupiter Wagon. See, looking at Jupiter Wagon's positional chart, the stock is trading. Stock is making very nice highs with the heavy volumes as well. Only this week's confirmation, this week's closing of the stock, or this month's closing of the stock will confirm next other position. Now, when we are looking at the monthly chart, we need to understand the monthly closing as well. Now, if we are taking weekly chart into consideration, the stock has been making new highs on the closing basis as well. So the strength of the stock remains in tight, and stock still can move higher. But when you're looking at the trading from a trading perspective, obviously you need to have a trailing stop loss in the place. Now this recent lows which your stock has made, and then the sharp rise with volume, from there the stock has entered into overbought position. Now this, there is no such condition where the stock once entered into overbought condition has to retrace into the normal zone immediately. The stock can stay in overbought situation at least, uh, there is no such time, but it can stay in that period for some time as well. Now, looking at the monthly chart, the stock is still yet to give the monthly closing, which will be this Friday, and post that we can understand the volume profile and the stock's price profile, and based on that we can have the judgment. One of the things is, whenever there is a small doubt in any traders or investors mind regarding uh, the stock which is making some profit booking pattern on daily chart or something, you can have always go back to the higher time frame to confirm it. So if there is again a similar kind of situation on higher time frame, that is where you can consider, or that is where you can try to draw some conclusion or inferences from the analysis. But looking at the short term in Jupiter Wagon, it is trading a bit sideways. There is nothing sort of selling position. The stock in between has made a sharp fall, but it has again opened higher with a gap and still trading higher. So the gaps which are intact provides the short term or near term support. So there is nothing yet to be confirmed. Once monthly chart is complete, we can confirm it. Now, this one question regarding ITC which has come. So ITC, looking at month positional chart again, since July 23, it is consistently trading in the flag sort of formation, which is currently moving and going in a sideways direction. Stock has not given any sell signals as of now, but one can hold with the current support of 394, and can expect if the stock moves above 420, 424, then the flag pattern will can complete, and there can be some upside or maybe further movement. So as of now, there is no confirmation regarding any profit booking or no further buying. So still you can hold the position with 394 as a support. I see there are a lot of questions regarding, and lot of questions regarding the stocks which people need to understand. See, the best way to reduce this and to increase this the interaction is, anyone can get in touch with the research department. We have a team of technical and derivative research analyst over here, fundamental research analyst. You can get in touch with us. You can have a discussion, prolonged discussion about the stocks which you want to know. You can ask about the portfolios you want. So these kind of services also can be done. We can always are there with you. I'll try to answer as many possible, and will reach out to people whose questions are left unanswered. One question is there related to Indus Towers. Indus Towers, if you see what I'm seeing on the weekly chart, because monthly chart is not yet complete, but on weekly chart, the stock has been trading. Stock has made high above the recent high, even the February 2019 high. Now, this once that stock has made a high, now a small consolidation pattern, which is called pennant pattern, can be seen on weekly chart, and stock has closed above that particular pattern. So, considering if considering the patterns breakout, this week's end, the stock will confirm if it is still trading above 351, and post that one can confirm that patterns breakout and trade accordingly. Current support near to 321, which can provide support for at least for near term, at least for a month. One other question is related to Just Dial. So I'll just try to answer Just Dial. On the weekly chart pattern, Just Dial, which has made the recent closing high, which was July 2021, which was approximate 1111, and again the stock after three years reached to a closing high of 1103. Now post that there was a small profit booking which has made the low of near to 850. Now only recommendation is, if the stock closes above 1100 on weekly chart, one can enter into the further upside targets, and more position which can be added is above 1150. uh, One can expect uh, the targets approximate to 1570 once it is trading above 1150. So trading above 1150, that means sustaining above. So sustaining, everyone may have their own theories or their own timelines of, but I expect at least sustaining above is at least for 1 week. So if the stock sustains a close above 1100 and sustain above 1150 for a week, then one can enter the position. So we are getting more and more of queries regarding some of the stocks. What we can do, participant, is like we have noted down those queries, and we'll try to revert all the queries by today end of the day, and we may send you the chats, and maybe if we have your contact numbers, we'll directly send the answers to your queries very soon. Uh, Post this webinar, you'll also get the contact information for research department, wherein you can get in touch with us, and we can discuss with analysts regarding your positions and your views as well. So I think we should stop now. Just Mahinder, your queries will be answered. We'll definitely send you the analysis of what were the stocks you have asked for. we'll stop here. And definitely we'll be conducting more sessions like this with various studies, various charts we'll be coming up with. Uh, and if you have in between any of the recommendation also or any of the topics you want to cover, definitely you can reach out to us, and those things also will be taken into considerations. Thank you very much. Have a good day. We'll see you in the next webinar.